Oh, right. Well, guys, I swallowed some food dye yesterday, and the doctor said I'll be fine, but I feel like I died a little inside.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
it's gonna be one of those shows.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
I'm ready for
let's
it.
Let's just roll the opening credits. All right. Well, hello, greetings, salutations, and Moobarkfluff. Welcome, good listener, to our little furry corner of the Podiverse. I am Barely Normal, your host on this journey. And with me today, I have two co-hosts joining me.
Ooh.
First is Rayne Raccoon, our co-producer and co-editor for this here podcast. And on their, is it your third visit to our show, Tater? Or second?
It's my second recording, and I did one live when you guys were at Anther Northwest. So,
That's right, yeah.
So 3. This is your third. There you go. All right.
You're an official member now.
Right. So how the fluff are you both?
I'm doing great.
I am just dandy. I just got off work, so I can't complain.
Okay. All right. So, Tater, you were on our show in May of 2022, which was season 2, episode 6. What have you been doing since that time? What's your updates? What's been going on?
I moved. I up in Lacey now. I have a new job, which is cool. I work.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congrats.
I'm a home delivery driver for a pet store.
That's be fun.
I'm engaged. I don't think I was engaged then, but I'm engaged now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So much good news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a date?
Not yet.
No, she's engaged.
Yeah. She might have a persimmon. Who knows? It's
Maybe.
hard to say.
Maybe.
A persimmon. It's going to be one of those shows. So before we get to all our regular bits, we want to ask you, Tater, as an artist, how do you feel about this AI-generated art stuff that's going around? Sounds like it's a cold. It's going around. What's going on?
Yes. I'm very mixed on it. I personally enjoy seeing it, but at the same time I'm like, why doesn't it can do all this amazing things, but it can't do fingers.
Yeah. Fingers look weird
Okay.
from the art that I've seen.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's always like there's 6 on
Right.
one hand.
Maybe AI knows we're supposed to have 6, and we've just been shorted all our lives.
I could use another finger, not gonna lie.
But just on one hand.
Yeah.
The
only
other
just
hand
on
stays
one.
with 5.
Yeah.
It's just 6 on one, 5 on the other. So.
You have to keep some sort of normalcy.
Or we'll all
That's
be
right.
like our personas and only have 3 fingers.
3 fingers or 4 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
4
where that
fingers
makes
and
it
a thumb.
difficult.
Yeah.
But
So have you played with the AI generation at all?
just a little bit, here and there. What's on TikTok? I'm not gonna pay for it. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Right. What does the computer need? What does this AI need with our money anyways?
Right?
I understand paying an artist, but why am I going to pay a computer to do that?
Just to give me extra fingers?
Right.
Right.
Not.
I get extra fingers. Yes. Yay.
Yeah, I don't get the idea of trying to sell it off as your own work, unless you created the AI, maybe. But
Even then, it's pulling from images all over the internet, so other people's artwork is getting incorporated into it. And I don't see how that's. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a derivative work. So it's kind of like when you in music, when you pull a stem and use that stem in part of your in part of your music, it's okay as long as you give attribution and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The AI stuff, it does not seem to be giving attribution where attribution's due.
Yeah, no, and I've seen some
True.
furry AI art, and it's it looks like generic any other artist. It doesn't have its own style or anything, but besides the weird hand issue, I'm caught up on the hands.
Yes. What about feet? Does it do feet okay?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I haven't really paid attention either.
Toes. I'm gonna look now.
Look to see if it's got 6 toes or 4 toes.
It's got 2 toes.
2 toes.
And 7 feet.
I have wheat toes. Yes.
Wheat toast?
Yeah, wheat toast. Yeah.
Oh, wheat toast.
I like wheat toast. Yes.
Wheat toast is good. Yes.
So I say that actually feels really good right now.
Oh, I gotta tell you, I live in Oregon, and it was sunny for the first time all day since the winter, and the pollen exploded, and now I am just miserable with allergies. It's just so. If you hear me sniffling, that's why. Sucks getting old. I tell you what, sucks getting old.
Yes.
All right, well, let's get to the past today.
Okay.
All right. Now, I have nothing. Do you have anything, Rayne, for the past today?
So I do. So, I know that you and Taebyn talked about his getting kicked off the TFF chat.
Right.
So, yeah, right before he got kicked off, he had me join because they were one person short of having 2,000 members. So I was the 2,000th member. And then after they kicked him, I went on and asked, hey, where's Taebyn? And boy, let's just say I remember why I left Texas now. Yeah, Southern Hospitality. If it's not dead, it's in the ICU on life support.
Oh, wow.
Because, I had to leave after that because they were getting they were being completely authoritarian. That's against the rules and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he told the admins, hey, in 3 minutes, I'm going to post a video if that's okay. He gave them plenty of time to say, no, don't do that.
Right.
And they didn't respond at all. Then they muted him and then kicked him off. And all of the other people are like, he was a spammer. And I'm like, no, he's just enthusiastic. He likes to enjoy and share, his artwork and his little video clips and trying to make furs laugh. There's no reason for them to have kicked him out. He wasn't spamming anybody with, go to my website or go to my, buy my stuff. No, he was just spamming them with happiness, and I got a little pissed off and I had to leave after that because I didn't want to be in there. If Taebyn's not going to be there, I don't want to be there either.
Yeah, some of those admins on Telegram get a little, like you said, authoritative.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's a FurCon. We're all a bunch of silly, floofy animals. Why are you being so hardline? You can only send one GIF every 60 days.
Wow.
It's crazy the rules that they had. I went back and looked at the rules on their site, and it's just like, come on, guys. How are you gonna let people know that your con is fun if you're doing that kind of thing? I just think they need to rethink their rules for that. If you're genuinely spamming someone and bothering them with spam, spam.
Yes, exactly.
That's definitely hey, you guys need to stop doing this. But if you're just if you're just enjoying being a floof and sending out silly gifs and silly videos, then I don't see a problem with that. As a user on that, I would not have seen a problem with him sending stuff like that. Because you can always mute it if you're getting too many messages at one time. Just mute it.
Right. I mean, I'm in, I don't know, a dozen or so Telegram chats.
Oh, gosh.
Tater, you're in a bunch also, aren't you?
I'm in a handful of them, and a lot of them I have muted, including my own fur group that I run, because I get so many.
Yeah, I have them muted because I don't like to get alerts all the time on my phone, especially when I'm at work or during a podcast recording. But for the most part, I'll log in and we'll look at the messages. But I never got on the TFF one, and I thought about getting on there to defend Taebyn, but you did it already. So
I did it already. He was happy about what I told him, and because
that just seems so outrageous that I get, okay, you don't want people spamming, but to the point where it's you could only send one GIF at in a time limit. Like, how are you supposed to have a conversation in a chat room?
Yeah. Telegram's all about stickers and multimedia and stuff like that. It takes away from it if you're making it only text-only chat.
Yeah.
Get a Discord.
Get a Discord. Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Go on Discord.
Get on Discord. Yep. If you want to do that. But I mean, I'm in a couple of chats that have 15, 16,000 members in it. And
well, even some of the smaller chats like the off the leash chat, I have to mute it during the day because that is a very active community. And I can't pay attention to them and do my work with like messages coming in every 15 seconds.
Right. Yes.
And they're all very valid messages, and everybody's having a very good discussion in there. I just don't understand, how people can like if you sign up for a group chat, you got to expect there's going to be messages, and there's going to be some gifs, and there's going to be some photos, and that's what what it's for.
Yep. Have you ever been banned from a chat, Tater?
No, but I have removed myself because I don't like the chat.
She's self-banned.
Yeah, I've done that. I've self-banned myself from several chats that just get a little outrageous. Like, no, that's not what I need to be about.
I'm typically really good at trying to keep like a public face. So if there's something that bothers me, instead of doing something to the lines that I will get myself banned, I just I'll be like, I'm dipping.
Yeah. I mean, that's a smart way to be. You don't feed the trolls. I mean, I just went on there just to see what other furs were going to say, and I was kind of shocked, truthfully, because I'm like, you Southern furs are really not very welcoming and fun, because that's just he was just being silly.
Well,
he's
welcome
a silly pup.
to Telegram chat. Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's a silly pup. And, I run 2 Telegram chats, about to start a third one, one for each of the podcasts. And,
you actually run 3.
Do I run 3?
Kilted Furs.
Oh, okay. Kilted Furs. That's not a very active one. There's like 4 of us in that one.
But it's every once in a while I get messages from there. So it's fun.
I like that joke somebody replaced under there the other day. Said somebody asked me what I wear under my kilt, and I said socks and shoes.
Socks and shoes.
Yep.
Only what God gave me.
Yes. Don't know where you've been, lad, but I see you won first prize.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that joke, Tater?
Yes. Yeah. I'm familiar with the song, actually.
Oh, the song too. That's right. Yes, right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. All right, well, let's get to That's Just Stupid or Cute and Strange News. Now, Tater, I want to talk to you about this a little bit. This is something I started this season, way back 50 weeks ago, and I thought, I'll do this for a couple of weeks because how much weird stuff can happen on a weekly basis? Well, turns out every week there's weird stuff in the news.
I mean, all you have to do is Google Florida.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, if you run out, just Google Florida man.
Google
Florida man, yes. But some of it's not stupid, so I've kind of switched it up a little bit to be like cute news as well as strange news and stupid news.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
So the first story I want to talk about is that the top spot on the AKC, the American Kennel Club, the French Bulldog has now taken the top spot as the most favorite dog in America.
Woohoo! That can only mean that the pug is like right behind.
Close behind, right? Yep. So that ended a 31-year streak for Labradors.
Oh,
believe it or not.
I do love labs, though. They are cute marshmallows.
They're cute marshmallows. They also are very big and think they're lap dogs.
Yes, but they're marshmallows. They're so squishy.
Yeah.
They're very squishy, very cute, but also very temperamental.
They can be, yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, if you don't keep them active because they are a retriever, so they need to be, thrown. I mean, you throw a ball out for a French Bulldog, and they're like, "What? What do you want me to do with that? You want me to go get it?" No.
Why'd you throw it then?
Why'd you throw it? Yeah.
My pug loves to play fetch. He doesn't live. He loves to play. He loves to play. Give me the ball, and then I throw it, and then he brings it back, and then he you want me to throw it again? And he waggling, and as soon as I reach for it, he's like, "No!"
Yeah.
No take, only throw.
No take, only throw. He plays that game with me all the time.
Yeah, I had a beagle that I would throw the ball, and he literally would sit at my feet and look at me like, "Why'd you throw the ball? I don't understand why you did that. That was the dumb thing." But then we had a bulldog for a while, and she would chase the ball. That was Bueller the beagle, yes.
Yes, Bueller.
And then we had a bulldog for a while, and the two of them would go out and play. And Bueller, the beagle, would actually take the ball and throw it for the bulldog. And the bulldog would go chase it and bring it back to him.
Oh,
so
I love Bueller.
It was fun to watch them. It was fun to watch them play. They both crossed the Rainbow Bridge. But anyway, French bulldogs. The French bulldog took the top spot for 2022, breaking the lab's top dog status over 3 decades. The Frenchie is a smart, compact breed, and they can fit into various different lifestyles, perfect for people all across the country. Now, the dogs that round out the top 10 are, in order of top to bottom, Golden Retrievers, German Shepherds, Poodles, Bulldogs, Rottweilers, Beagles, Dachshunds, and German Short-Haired Pointers. So the pug is not in the top 10, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, a Frenchie is just a pug without the cute tail.
That's true.
Or the cute ears. Yeah. It's just the ears and the tail that are different.
Yeah. Tater, do you have a dog?
Yeah, I do. I have a little corgi, actually, who's asleep on my foot.
Oh,
I love corgis.
I love corgis. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I'm surprised it isn't on that
I love
list.
my pug.
I'm dogless right now. I'm considering going back to having a dog, but I'm going to do it after my vacation at the end of the month, maybe, or maybe after the summer. I don't know. I'm still on the fence.
Studies show you live longer if you have a dog.
Okay, but I have to sometimes think, do I want to live longer? I mean...
That's true after all the things that have been going on lately.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been go early.
I've been really interested in the Corgi Husky mix.
They're very cute.
They're very cute, and if the male is a husky and the female is a corgi, then it's called a horgie. If the corgi is, it's a horgie.
That's a terrible name.
I know it's terrible. If the corgi is the sire and the husky is the female, then it's called a they call it a well, I forget what they call it, but it's even hard to pronounce. It's like corgi. It's got the K in the Y. It's like, why would you do that? But so
speaking of corgis, when I was in Sweden, I met one of the cutest breeds of dog, the Vallhund.
Vallhund.
The Swedish Vallhund. Of course, the camera's going to be silly.
Oh, okay. It kind of pops up. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, it's like a husky corgi mix, but it's actually not related to either very much.
Either one? Huh? Are they available in America?
Yes, they're a cow dog, and they are available here. They're a little expensive, but they were almost like completely wiped out. They've been around since Viking days. And they were almost completely wiped out, and then a few breeders got together and saved the breed, and they're flourishing again.
Nice.
But, they're like a little husky corgi mix.
Well, I do know that a lot of breeders are starting to breed out the smushed faces of the smushed face dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
So. Which is okay. I mean, it's good for the dog.
I mean, I got lucky. Yeah. My pug actually has very wide neries, which are the little nasal passages, and does not have breathing problems. Luckily, the vet that I had when I lived in Texas and got him first was very proactive about making sure that his neries were developing at a rate that could sustain him.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like, if I don't feel like they're growing as much as they need to with him, we'll do the Neary surgery, which is basically they kind of stitch their nose open a little bit wider to make their Nearys kind of stretch.
What about their faries?
Their faries, they don't worry about the faries because that's where the brown stuff comes out.
Oh, okay.
You don't touch the Far East.
Don't touch the Far East. No.
Yes.
Okay. My next story is about the London Marathon and a runner, and this is going to fall under the "that's just stupid" category. A runner is going to complete the London Marathon backwards.
Wait, is he running backwards or doing the course backwards?
No, he's going to run backwards.
Wow.
So he has a thing about doing quirky things at the London Marathon. And he says this is in support of the Ukrainians affected by the war. How running backwards is in support of Ukrainians affected by war, I have no idea. But he's a project manager out of London. It's a fundraiser, and he's a fundraising target and hopes his quirky and eye-catching idea will help publicize his cause with funds being donated to the Red Cross. He previously crawled the London Marathon while dressed as a gorilla. And right, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's going to walk, and he walked the entire race. And he's going. Let's rewind. Okay, go back. He's going to walk the route backwards. So he's not going to run. He's going to walk. There we go. Tom Harrison is his name. He set himself the goal as a means of looking over my shoulder for Ukraine. I don't know what that means. I've never looked over my shoulder for Ukraine. I've never seen a country sneaking up on me.
Well, I mean, unless you're Sarah Palin, and then you can see Russia from your backyard.
That's right. You could.
Yes.
And that's it. I mean, he's just going to do that. And he's raised a lot of money for it, and that's what he's going to do. But to me, that's just kind of stupid. But
I mean, I guess, like, it's a good way to be like, hey, I'm going to do this, donate. And if he's giving his donations to help fund, like, support Ukraine organizations, then I can see why. But, like, I feel like he's putting a lot of effort.
Yeah. But as a PSA to everybody who's, because we're a kind-hearted bunch and we like to support a whole bunch of different causes. As a PSA, I've got to say, make sure you do your research when you're donating and make sure that the money you're donating is actually going to help the people you want to help, because there are a lot of scammers out there. So you want to, make sure you only, donate to verified sources. Do your research.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to donate to us, we are a verified source. Please donate to us.
And we need money so bad. So bad.
Got to keep the lights on.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to keep the lights on.
That transformation ray costs me $100 every time I fire it up.
The what does?
The transformation ray costs me $100 every time I fire that thing up.
Well,
that's $200 every transformation station.
Well, we'll have to figure out a way to get that paid for.
Yeah, if you first want me to keep changing Taebyn into things, you should subscribe to the podcast.
Okay, that's a lie. It doesn't cost us anything to run that. But if you want to send us money, we'll have you. Okay.
I'm just trying to tug at their heartstrings.
Tug at your heartstrings. No, it was Turn on Your Heart Light.
Turn on Your Heart Light,
song?
Yes.
Yeah, from
E.T.
Elliot, E.T. phone for pizza. Okay.
My boyfriend hates that, by the way, because his name is Elliot. When I do the Elliot, he does not like
Elliot. He doesn't like that?
No.
What? I'm not going to go there. I could think of other things, but this is a safe for work podcast, so we're just going to glaze over that.
I'd say
now, if you want to come on my pup one and talk about what you do with your finger, we can talk about that there. All right.
So. I'm going to just subscribe to that for a second.
Okay.
Off the leash.
No, just off leash.
Off leash. Not suitable for work podcast.
Nope.
Okay.
Podcast about human puppy play and consensual sexual kinks. That is what that podcast is all about. Yes.
I'm really intrigued, actually.
It's a very good podcast.
You haven't heard of that one? Oh, yeah. I do it with Pup Canes out of California and Pup Dawson out of Canada. Is where he lives. Yeah. So
both out of CA.
Do that. So what?
Both out of CA. Canada and California both have the same abbreviation.
Well, now that's confusing.
It is.
Silly Canucks.
Yes.
So, media. So, Tater, we talk about what we've been watching and what we've been reading or consuming media-wise. And I'm going to start off because I'm going to generate a discussion. Oh, a doggy. I'm going to generate a discussion because of what I've been watching. The very first thing that I finished watching, or I watched the newest South Park, which was all about Chat GPT. Have either of you heard of this or tried it?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I am not.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
it's another AI chat program. And speaking of which, like AI stuff, if anybody listened to the episode that Taebyn and I were on a couple of weeks ago, when Barely was away, I did the entire outro credits with an AI controlled voice that sounds so realistic it's almost impossible to tell it's not a human.
Mm-hmm.
They are like just amazingly becoming super realistic so quickly.
Oh yeah, they have call centers for those too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gesundheit, Bear.
Well, thank you very much. I turned my microphone off so people didn't have to listen to me sneeze. Apparently, the Zyrtec must be wearing off. God,
it just kicked in.
It just kicked in. I was snot free for like a half an hour.
Oh, and that's not funny.
It's not funny at all. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, so ChatGPT, I tried it. I played with it online, and it's kind of interesting. There's a second sneeze. Wow. Okay. Oof.
Now my cat's sneezing. I think it's contagious.
It's contagious. I got it. Wow.
Great. Now you made the
airwaves.
The cat's allergic to bears.
Ah. Okay. I finished The Last of Us on HBO. Have either of you watched that show?
Yes.
It's in my list of shows to watch right behind Picard season 3, Disco season 2 and 3, and however many, Brave New World. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on watching episodic TV.
Okay. How about you, Tater? Have you watched The Last of Us?
Yes, I have. I've been on that consistently.
And have you finished it? The last episode came out. Okay. What did you think?
I really liked it. I know a lot of people are very mixed on it because they want the monster aspect. Where like I really like The Last of Us, the game, for the storyline and the build of the characters. So like I feel like they're really building up your characters. I am horrified for season 2 if anyone's played the second game. I'm not ready for that.
Right. Yeah. I haven't played the game, but my husband has, and he says, if they do what I think they're going to do with season 2, I was like, oh, does that mean the show's going to end at the end of season 2? And he said, most likely.
Yeah.
So
I think they did say that there's going to be more than just one part of a season 2. I could be wrong, so I wouldn't quote me on it, but
yeah, I mean they could branch off to other storylines within the storyline.
Yeah.
To make other type stuff, but you get away from why can't I think of the characters' names right now?
Joel and Ellie.
Joel and Ellie. Wow, I should know Ellie. That's my daughter's name. Oh my God, that's so bad that I didn't know that. Yeah. So while we were watching the episode the other night, they had the giraffe scene, and my husband says, "That's a CGI giraffe," and I looked at it. I said, "No, that looks real." He literally told me that I didn't know what I was talking about. That there was no way they would use a real giraffe because they're too hard to wrangle. And then the next morning, he sent me a text message when he was on his way to work. Says, "I was wrong. You were right. It was a real giraffe." So
they're actually not that bad. Natural Bridge Caverns in Texas has a wildlife zoo, and part of their menagerie there is because it's like a safari you can drive through. Part of the menagerie is giraffes, and they're very sweet. They're very tall and very stinky, but they're sweet.
Yeah.
I believe that one was trained too for stuff like that. Because I believe
a trained giraffe.
Yeah, I believe the giraffe and the actress who plays Ellie spent some time bonding beforehand, so it would know to take the treat.
All right, that's kind of cool.
Speaking of which, somebody posted a meme with Pedro Pascal on a horse with Grogu in front of him and Ellie behind, and it says, "We need to make a show where Pedro Pascal just runs around collecting orphans from all over the place."
I would watch it.
I would too.
Yeah.
He's a very adorable man.
He
is.
The golden retriever energy that comes off of him. Have you guys seen the movie he's in with Nicholas? I think it's Nicholas Cage or Nick Cage or whatever the guy's name is. What was it called? The Unbearable Weight of Something of Unbearable Talent or something like that. I'm saying it completely wrong.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen some of the previews for it.
There's a clip that's gone viral with it, especially on TikTok.
Huh. All right, I haven't seen that one. I know there was another show that came. It's like a sleeper. It's on Netflix and it's got Pedro Pascal and it's a sci-fi show. He's actually up in space doing stuff. So
he is a really neat guy.
And then I finished watching season 2 of Guy Fieri's Tournament of Champions, which I like. I like those old shows, and I know it's old because the first season the audience was still close together, and then the second season they had 15 people in the audience instead of 50, and they're all spread apart. And he was talking about how, with COVID stuff, they had to set up different things so this is a few years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's really good. It's a good show. How about you, Rayne? What have you been watching, reading, consuming?
So I haven't watched a whole lot, but the other night I watched a really predictable horror movie called Apparition with Kevin Pollak plays the bad guy. And he plays a good bad guy. His performance was, Kevin Pollak. He really doesn't do a bad performance. But the movie was just very predictable, and pretty much, in my opinion, the only saving grace of the movie was the cute redheaded guy who played Sam. And the actor's name is Grayson Russell, who fans of Diary of a Wimpy Kid might remember played Fregley when he was a kid. So his character was the only one in the movie that I didn't think was an insufferable twit. I mean, the rest of them were just unbelievably stupid. Even by horror movie standards, stupid. And so it wasn't a great movie. If you like redheaded guys, sure, go give it a watch. And that's on Amazon.
All right.
And then other than that, I've been playing a lot of VR with my new Quest Pro. And also teaching Taebyn how to pup around in VR because I sold him my old Quest 2 last weekend.
Oh.
So
I can
be on the lookout for a pup in VR chat sometime in the future.
Okay. He needs another platform to be on.
Yeah. But at least he has to pay an artist to make his avatar. So
yes.
We're keeping people like Tater in business.
Yeah. You mentioned Picard.
It.
Yes. We love your art. We all love your art, Tater. That's
shucks.
Yeah. Oh, shucks.
All of my stickers are Tater originals.
Yes. But you mentioned Picard. Yes. I am not impressed with the newest season. I've watched half of the first episode. Not impressed.
Well, so I have it on good authority that it should get better. Like all of the Picard seasons, they seem to start out like a slow burn. And it should get better. There is rumors that somebody is coming back from being gone for a long time.
Okay.
And that somebody has been out of the Star Trek universe for quite a while.
Is that somebody currently living in a cube that is running an endless
No,
holographic...
it's not Moriarty.
Okay, I thought it was Moriarty. Okay,
no,
sorry.
It's somebody living in a temple.
Oh, a temple. I see.
A celestial one.
Ah.
Yeah, there are talks that there's a very good possibility that the special guest coming to season 3 of Picard is going to be Captain Sisko.
Ah.
Because apparently season 3 of Picard deals a lot with the changelings.
Okay. Well, there you go. Do you watch Star Trek at all, Tater?
Nope. I
Nope.
don't do
Okay.
the Star Trek or Star Wars. This wasn't my go into.
Wasn't your thing. All right. So have you been watching?
We still like
Yeah.
Have you been watching any television shows or anything like that lately?
Just The Last of Us.
Okay.
That's kind of been my go-to. I want to watch The Whale, which is a movie with Brendan Fraser. I just need to find the time to sit down and do it.
Oscar for.
Oh, did he win an Oscar for that?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Wow. Look at that. An Oscar for Brendan Fraser. Is that his first?
I believe so.
It has to be, because he doesn't play high-powered characters much at all. They're usually goofy type characters.
Yes, he did win an Oscar for it, because I see him right here receiving it.
Well, good for him.
Yes.
Good for him.
He's such a sweet guy. He's a very, very nice guy.
All right. So, Tater, do you do any reading or anything like that? Any other type of media that you might consume, or you just been super busy with work and your art?
I've just been super busy. If I'm not drawing or working, I'm sleeping at the moment. And like my media consumption is TikTok.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you find yourself sitting there watching TikTok and all of a sudden it's like 6 hours later?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Constantly.
Well, you may not have that. You may not have that problem in a little while. Apparently, the government is thinking about banning it for everybody in the U.S.
Oh, well, look at that.
They've been talking about doing stuff like that for a while, though.
Well, apparently it's actually moving forward, and apparently Biden and I think there's a group of 6 senators that are looking at creating a joint bill to ban TikTok permanently from the U.S.
Doesn't that fly in the face of the First Amendment?
No, because it's a Chinese company that owns it. ByteDance is 100% Chinese government owned, apparently.
But still,
yeah, that I don't understand. I mean, I know they just banned it from all government devices. And in fact, at my job at the thermal imaging company in Oregon that I can't name right now, my job actually banned it from our Wi-Fi networks.
Well, true, but I mean, government also. I mean, I work for the government and I have a work phone. We don't have any social media on there. We can't. Yeah. So that's not.
Well, they're banning it from the Wi-Fi devices even in the in our building,
which I have no problem with. It's a work device. It's a work phone. It's a work internet. They can control what they want to have on that. I have no problem with that. My problem is you shouldn't be allowed to, for the citizens of a country, ban something that, to me, that's a violation of our constitutional right, regardless of who owns it or where they own it or how they own it. If it's being used by American citizens to express their opinions, their attitudes, their stuff, that's freedom of speech. You can't ban that. That's the first. It's another step towards fascism here in America.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not going to get any more political than that.
Isn't there like an online protection thing too, written somewhere?
Yes. Yeah. There is. So I think if they try and do it, they will get lots and lots and lots and lots of pushback.
Oh, I think so too.
And I'm sure the Cheeto would probably win based on, I'll bring back TikTok, and he would have everybody vote for him.
Probably.
So, let's hope they don't do that.
What worries me too is there are a lot of creators on TikTok.
Sadly, I could see that.
Yeah, who are going to lose lots and lots of followers and money, from their monetized TikToks, and that's not really fair to them. You're taking away, a revenue stream for people.
Well, I'm guessing there'll be a new revenue stream that comes up that they'll, kind of like when everybody just kind of bailed on the bird site and has moved over to, for the most part, Mastodon.
Yeah, it looks like the current winner is Mastodon.
Right. So, but that wasn't banned by the government. That was just banned because everybody says we're done with this stupidness going on from the melon husk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But let's move along. We've gotten a little deep here in the politics, so let's get into furries in the news. So the big news in the furries in the news is that Furry Week in Atlanta is not going to be requiring COVID vaccines, proof, or boosters for this conference that's coming up in May. The leadership of FWA stated that the decision was not made lightly, but more out of concern that international attendees do not have access to vaccines and that the cost of boosters will be prohibitive to many attendees after the federal funding stops, which stops the day before Furry Week in Atlanta starts. That's also the same time that all federal mandates for vaccinations, proof of vaccinations, is going away. So they're just basically the first large con that's not having these kind of protocols in place. There's a deep rift forming between furry vaxxers and furry anti-vaxxers. I believe this will turn into a issue when Furry Week in Atlanta starts. A kerfuffle, if you will. Yes. We here at BFFT take the stand that vaccinations are good, that individuals attending FWA should consider their options before and when attending. If it were me, I'm vaxxed, I'm boosted, I'm triple boosted.
Same here.
But if I was going to go to FWA, I'd probably mask up while I was there.
In the convention space, that seems like a thing to do. And especially if you or anyone in your household is immunocompromised, just mask up. It's not that big of a deal. We've been doing it for 3 years now?
Yep.
It's not like it's
So
it's not like you're being tortured. Just throw a mask on, stay as distant as you need to stay and use your best judgment.
Yeah, I mean, I went to FC this year and masks were optional, strongly encouraged, but they were optional. And a lot of, I'd say probably 80% of the attendees wore masks.
Yeah.
We still had to prove vaccination. We still had to show the vaccination card, but
I went to A&W with Taebyn and Tater this year, and masks were not optional in con spaces. They were optional, elsewhere, but they were recommended that, hey, you wear them. And I tell you every time I'd get on a crowded elevator, I made sure I put my mask on because, we're 2 feet apart and there's 20 of us in an elevator.
Well, I feel like just in cons in general, like con cred is such an easy thing to catch. So masking up just to keep yourself away from that is such a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, you run the risk of ruining the last half of your con if you get sick. So why not just mask up when you get in close proximity and just be an adult about it.
Yeah. Now, knock on wood, I've never gotten con crud from my cons. I've never gotten sick at a con. Taebyn has a couple of times. But
he's a hug magnet,
he is a hug magnet, which probably makes a difference. And I have nothing else for in the news. So if nobody has any other news articles, I'm going to get to the upcoming events that's coming up.
I have nothing.
I didn't do any research for anything, so I'm good.
So, talking about upcoming events, let's just start off with Tater. What's the next con you're going to?
Nothing is set in stone for me. I think for Vanya is the talk here in my household about going down to. It's Ocean
Where
Shores,
is
I believe. I might be saying they're calling wrong.
Okay. That's all right.
Goodness.
When is it?
I believe September?
Oh, okay. Nice. And where is that again? Say that again.
Yeah, Ocean Shores.
Ocean Shores.
Down in Washington.
Yes. Nice. Okay, very cool. All right, so coming up the weekend of March 24th through the 26th, which is the weekend that this episode drops, if you are listening at the Motor City Furry Con in Ypsilanti, Michigan, give us a drop, and say hello. Also, if you're not in Ypsilanti, you could be in Pikeville, Tennessee at Woods Flock 2023 at the Fall Creeks Falls State Park. Now that's hard to say, Fall Creek Falls.
Yeah, I screwed it up last time I did it, so
that's all right.
I'm not even going to try.
Also, that same weekend, if you can't be in Ypsilanti and you can't be in Pikeville and you want to go to Bangkok, you can go to Thai Tales at the Grand Bangkok Arnoma in Bangkok, Thailand. The weekend after that is Fur Square 2023 in Brookville, Wisconsin. And that's Wisconsin. I wish Wisconsin was here. The 7th through the 9th of April will be the Golden State Fur Con in Los Angeles, California. 7th through the 11th of April is Fawntastic in Saint-Prix, France, if you want to go to France. Tater, have you ever been to any international cons outside of the Americas?
Yeah, actually, I've been to Confuzzle. I had some fans fly me out there.
Nice. Oh, very nice. Wow, it's nice when fans fly you places, huh?
Yeah, this is like, we want to pay money for me to come. Okay.
Twist my arm.
Yeah, okay. April 14th through the 16th is Furcation Land in Portland, Maine. I think that's a new con. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
I've never heard of that one, but yeah.
Nope.
That sounds kind of fun.
And then I know this is a new con. That's the Las Vegas FurCon 2023, April 14th to the 16th at the Alexis Park All Suite Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll have to go check that out, the resort, and see what it's like. I'll be in Las Vegas the week before that.
Timing.
For fun. Yeah, so timing. But see, if I was going to the Las Vegas FurCon, then I wouldn't be able to go do all the things I'm going to do while I'm in vacationing in Las Vegas.
Very true. Very true.
Yes. Especially if the Taebyn was with me, then I'd be spending all my time taking him.
That's a full-time job, taking him everywhere and doing the things that he's scheduled to do. Yes, pup sitting.
Yes, pup sitting, and it's nice that we have a team now.
Yes,
we can hand him off to each other. Say, you take care of him for a while. I'm going to go.
For the longest,
relax.
Barely was the only one, doing it, and now that I'm on and can help out.
And Tatsu goes from time to time.
Tatsu's going to more of the cons now and helping out as well.
Tatsu's his husband, by the way, for anybody that wants to know. And that's all the upcoming events going on for the next several weeks. Normally, we would have some jokes, but before we get to jokes, I want to play some trivia with you two. Is that okay?
Ooh, I love trivia. Yes, you know me.
Okay. Tater, how are you at trivia?
I'm really good at faking it.
Really good at faking it. We'll do alternate questions for each other, and we'll keep score. There are 4 questions on each card. These are games. One is called Things They Don't Teach You in School, and the other one is called I Should Have Known That. So these are kind of easy, somewhat easy questions. So the first question is going to be for Rayne.
Okay.
And this is from the I Should Have Known That card. What symbol does Batman have on his chest?
That would be a bat.
That is correct. 1 point for Rayne.
Good job.
Okay. Tater, your question is going to come from the same card. Where in the human body is urine created?
My brain wants to say the bladder, but I don't know if that's created or stored. Is it the kidneys?
You are correct that it is stored in the bladder, but it is created in the kidneys.
I should know that. My cat has a kidney issue.
All right. That's right. That's why it comes from the I should have known that card.
Yeah. I've had kidney stones twice, so yeah. I know that's where that stuff comes from.
Okay. So the score is Rayne 1, Tater half. We'll give you half because you knew where the urine was stored.
You know where it ended up after.
It was in the body an acceptable answer.
Okay.
Still in the body.
Rayne,
yes.
This question is for you, and this comes from things they don't teach you in school. In 1999,
okay,
approximately, and I'll give you a $10 window back and forth, more or less. How much did a gram of cocaine cost if you bought it on the streets?
Sounds like a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess $40.
Wrong. It's about 90.
Dang.
And see,
I was gonna say 100, but I thought that's too much.
See,
$7.99.
$7.99.
$7.99. Yes.
99 cents. Price is right.
The price is right. Okay, so we're still at 1 to a half. Tater, what proportion of all car accidents occur at intersections?
47%. I don't know.
It's about 1/3.
Oh wait, there's a portion of percent. Oh, my bad.
Yes, that's okay. That's all right.
Portions and percents are interchangeable.
Well, we talked about this earlier, so you probably know the answer to this.
Ooh, I hope so.
So since Tater is trailing, I'm going to ask her the question. How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have on each hand?
4? So 8? You count both hands?
Absolutely correct. Yep, he has 4 fingers, so we're at 1.5 to 1. All right, Rayne, you should know this because you are a DJ.
I am.
Who is the lead singer for the group Coldplay?
Oh, crud. I know this, but I'm just blanking on his name. I'm going to feel so stupid when you give me the answer. I don't know right now.
It's Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
Mr. Play.
Okay. Final 2 questions. So, Rayne, you're trailing by half a point.
I am.
Is it possible to balance upside down on one finger?
Wait, who's this question for?
It's for you, Rayne.
Oh, for me?
Yes, because you're
behind. I
would
say yes.
The answer is no.
Dang it.
X gets the square. Okay.
But I've seen so many people do it in those Chinese movies.
On one finger?
Yeah.
All right.
There may be a reason that they call those wire movies. I didn't think that through.
Maybe. Yes.
Darn it.
Okay, Tater. It's a tough one. Why are skeletons that you see at museums completely white when our bones are actually beige and light brown? Which I did not know that our bones were beige and light brown. So I learned something right there.
They are. I would assume it has to do with the taxidermy aspect where they bleach them to clean them to keep bacteria and other stuff from growing on them.
You are absolutely 100% correct.
I did a little taxidermy a while back.
My mom used to do taxidermy.
I do taxidermy when I do my taxes every year.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing? Oh.
No, real taxidermy is far less.
Thing, though.
No, real taxidermy is far less painful and really doesn't smell quite as bad as doing the taxes does.
Is it less taxing?
Slightly less taxing.
Tater, I'm going to give you a chance to spend some time on the internet while we're going to the next section, because we have a whole section about jokes, really bad jokes that we tell. And I have a bunch. I'm sure Rayne has a bunch. Mm-hmm. So you can start Googling really bad jokes, and we'll each tell a few jokes to kind of round out the episode. So you get to check-in, and we'll start. Rayne, would you like to start with a really bad joke?
I would. So what's green, fuzzy, and if it fell out of a tree, it would kill you?
I don't know. Tater, do you have any suggestions?
The coconut? I don't know.
A pool table.
Yes, that would definitely do that. Yep. Oh, okay. So So, do you guys know where Noah kept the bees?
No. Where did Noah keep the bees?
Well, he kept them in the archives. Tater, have you found a joke to tell?
Sort of.
Okay, let's hear it. It doesn't have to be a good joke.
I wrote a song about tortillas. It's actually more of a rap.
Oh!
That was pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So, what did Kermit the Frog say at Jim Henson's funeral?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have either of you tried to eat a clock?
No.
It's a waste of time. I won't recommend it.
It's a very waste of time, and it's very time consuming. Tater, what do you got now?
Why did the coffee call the police?
I don't know. Why did the coffee call the police?
It got mugged.
Uh-huh.
So, my friend gave me his EpiPen as he was dying. It seemed very important to him that I have it.
Wait. What?
My friend gave me his EpiPen as he was dying. It seemed very important to him that I have it.
Oh! I get it, because he was dying and you should have given him the injection.
Yeah, I tried to write with the darn thing, but it doesn't do a damn bit of good. It's really a terrible pen. I don't know why they call it a pen.
I don't know. I've been feeling a little schizophrenic lately, but I know together I can beat it.
I don't have one for that one. That one actually made me laugh. Okay. Let's see. It's Tater's turn, right?
It's Tater's turn, yeah.
What does a painter do when they get cold?
What does a painter do when they get cold? I have no idea. What does a painter do when they get cold?
They put on another coat.
Oh! There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Why can't orphans play baseball?
Oh no.
I don't know. Why? I don't know. Orphan jokes are always bad. Why can't orphans play baseball?
Because they don't know where home is.
Oh. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible.
It is, but it made me laugh.
That's right. It's like, I'll never forget what my grandpa said just before he kicked the bucket. He said, "Hey, watch how far I can kick this bucket."
Oh, gosh.
Tater, what do you got for us?
What did one flag say to the other?
I don't know. What did one flag say to the other?
Nothing, it waved.
Oh! All right. Okay, my final joke, although I'll go... Actually, Rayne, you go. I'm gonna do the final joke at the very end.
Okay, so I broke my finger last week. On the other hand, I'm okay.
God. Okay. Okay, Tater, give us one more.
What do you call a bagel that can fly?
I don't know.
A plain bagel.
Oh. And finally, to all our furry friends out there, remember, drugs is not the answer. Unless, of course, the clue is narcotics, 5 letters. Okay. I think we've had just enough fun. Our listeners are leaving in droves, I can tell. We seem to have done it again. We completed yet another episode of our little show. Thanks to Rayne and the Tater for sitting in for Taebyn this week. It's always amazing when 2 people have to sit in for one because, he's just that energetic. It's a shorter show without Taebyn, which I kind of like. Remember, you can help support the show through subscription. We often get off on tangents when Taebyn is here because he will just spiral out of control. Remember, you can support the show through subscriptions. There's a lot of S's in that sentence.
Yeah.
On Buzzsprout, through donations at Ko-Fi or Patreon, through merch purchases at Redbubble or Bonfire, or by simply listening and sharing our show with others. Tater, any final words?
Everyone should have a good day.
Okay.
Because I said so.
Okay.
That's my final word on that. I'm demanding everyone have a good day.
You can't argue with that.
Have a good day. Nope, can't argue with that. Rayne, any final words from you?
I'd like to thank all of our listeners for being part of our fur family. Be kind to yourselves and each other, and Moobarkfluff to all you critters.
Moobarkfluff indeed. And we will see, or not see, but you will hear us all again in a week.
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at barelyfurcasting.com. The opinions expressed here are those of the hosts and their guests, and no commercial compensation was granted. The Furcast is produced, recorded and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and our associate editor Rayne Raccoon. Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Reg Day, you can search for Tweezerbeak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music by Shane Ivers through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, and the YouTube Free is Library. Social media presences is maintained by Ziggy the Mean Weasel. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFTchat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at ko-fi.com/barelyfurcasting or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.